Friends, Gina here from Destination Baby, and I am excited to sneak into work early today and make a little video on this new car seat that just arrived. This is going to be the Britax Willow S. So they make a Willow car seat that's only available with a stroller. The Willow S is available on its own, and it's going to retail for $249. So that's amazing. It has some pretty cool safety features and installation features, which we're going to hit on, which is why I'm crouched like a weirdo. And yeah, let's just launch right into it. So I'm going to stand more upright and indicate here by pointing to things about it. So Willow S, like I said, it's a fancier model. They have one called the Willow. I'm not as into the Willow because the Willow wouldn't have the Anti-Rebound Bar, which is this guy right here on the front. This is going to be an infant seat. So this is a seat that you use when you come home from the hospital for a newborn. So 4 pounds up to 30 pounds. And the magic number with this car seat is going to be 11. So it will hold, it has some special features regarding the fit of the seat. So I believe they call it secure fit. Let me just double check in the book, because Lord knows they spend a lot of money coming up with these terms. We don't want to get it wrong. Yeah, I believe it's secure fit. But at any rate, the idea with this is going to be that the harness around the child's body is always going to fit them quite nicely. So let's get into what that means. So as we can see here, there are hidden secret shorty level down here. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 shoulder harness height adjustments. It's set to the second highest one, but if you had a very small baby, perhaps a preemie, you could certainly set it to the lower setting. Additionally, I'm going to pull the seat off of its base, set it up like this. Let's make sure we can see what's going on. We can. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get the handle up. So I can loosen this. The infant components can all come out. They do have this infant wedge pillow. This is supposed to be utilized until your child is 11 pounds. So 11 is, again, sort of the special number. 11 pounds, we stop using this. But the seat itself, which won't be visible unless we completely remove the fabric, so I'm going to spin it around. It actually has a couple things going on. So down here is going to be where those hip slots are. There's an additional space for that to move inward. So if you have a really, really little baby, you have an opportunity here to set that to the interior slot. Now, the child would have to, again, be under 11 pounds, and we would want to make sure that these hip pieces do not sit under their hips. So most children are going to be fine starting it from the slightly wider setting that you see here. It's preset that way. But the tails, this is interesting. So here we see it set on an interior loop. There's an interior and an exterior loop. The interior loop on this guy is going to hold up to 4 through 11 pounds, and then after 11 pounds, we'd switch it to the exterior loop. Exterior loop is going to hold from 4 to 30 pounds. Now, if your child is big, you could move it out to the larger size right away, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that. But interesting that the hips are set to the further out position, but the shoulder straps are looped at the shorter of the two settings. So something to keep in mind there. Definitely intended for kids of all different sizes. It is a manual rethread harness, so you will have to physically manual rethread as they get taller, which is not the end of the world. Very easy to do. But that's going to be the seat setup sort of for a full-size body, as you can see, quite large. You're always going to want to make sure there's 1 inch of shell space. And again, with this seat, when you read the book, it does indicate that they want you to use the safety harness just below their shoulders. So things to keep in mind. Now, stuff that I'm actually excited to show, and I want to turn this around, hopefully everybody can see, is the installation of the base. So let me position this camera. There we go. I'm by myself today. So the piece right here, which you probably can't see, reads click tight. So this is an installation method that Britax has used forever on different models of car seats, but click tight just means, it's synonymous in my opinion with easy. So what you're going to want to do is, there's a green indicator here, there's a gray handle here. You pinch the handle, pull up. This window is now fully green. I'm not sure if you can see that, but hopefully you can take my word for it. Window's fully green, and we've got this piece up right now. It can move to the left and right, that's totally normal, but what we're gonna do is where it reads belt path, and that's the blue, we're gonna utilize, oh, also I should mention, there's a leveler on the side. That's this piece here. You absolutely want to make sure that your blue indicator is going to be level when we install it. If it's not, this gray button on the front will have a foot dropout. They also have, so again, you've got different levels of adjustment, so I can make it more upright or more inclined. You will have to set it for your vehicle. They also do a nice job of explaining that if for whatever reason you were to need to use a pool noodle underneath it, that the base would have to be at its lowest setting. I give them huge credit for extremely clear instructions compared to a lot of other brands. So now, belt path. It indicates you do not route it through here. It needs to go underneath completely. And that's probably why this piece can scoot left and right, because this way we have that flexibility to move these pieces. So are we done? No, we're going to take the shoulder belt, route it back down underneath to sit on top of the other guy. And again, we really want to make sure the belt's not twisted. There's lots of openings to get your fingers in there to kind of make sure. Now, typically, we would tell people to tighten really, really hard on the shoulder belt to make it tight. But I have a suspicion that I'm not going to need to do that with this. I'm going to leave it actually pretty loose and then go ahead and just press down. I'm not squeezing, just press, 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 press till it clicks on the click tight. My window is fully green. Let me see if I can show you. The window here, get out of the way, is fully green. There's no visible red. You can see the sun. We're attached there. But that's going to be the idea. So now the base is installed. I'm going to take my non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take my left hand and try and move the base. It's moving my whole seat. And do I need to lock this guy off? You know, you see this belt right now is being annoying, but it is loose. Nope. This is a true lock off. The click tight is sufficient. We don't need to worry about locking any of that off. So that has got to be probably one of the easiest installations ever, which is really great. But now, who cares? $250 car seat. Why should we care? One reason you should care is that it has an anti-rebound bar. So at a $250 price point, the only other seat that's even going to really have similar safety features would be like Kiko KeyFit 35. That's in a very similar price point. But again, Britax is known for the car seat safety. So if that is appealing to you, something to consider. The other big deal about this seat, huge deal. So let me get this little bugaboo out here, reposition my camera. So this is the Bugaboo Fox 5. It has the option with adapters to work with certain kinds of car seats. So let's see. These are the car seat adapters. That stroller right there is the Bugaboo Fox 5 frame. If I put these adapters on here, they're going to say it works with Cybex, Maxi Cozy, Kleck. This car seat has been designed to work with that style of adapter. So I'm not sure if this is visible, but we've got the Britax completely attached to the Fox 5 frame. It's a single-handed squeeze release right on the back. But this opens up a world of opportunity for Britax. There were brands that would not play nicely. They wouldn't make car seat adapters. So Britax said, fine, we'll change our car seat so it works on adapters that are more common to more brands. So you will need to consult the Britax website just to make sure whatever seat and stroller combination you want is approved to work together if you can't test it on your own. So hopefully that's helpful. Comes in 4 colors. Very, very impressed with this little car seat. Like I said, I really love the Willow S. It's the one that you buy without the stroller system, so you can pick whatever stroller you want to go with it. And if you have any follow-up questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Yeah, and check out my comparison video of this versus the Cybex Aton G and the Kiko KeyFit 35. All right, thanks guys.